I'm going to share 7 Facebook eCom ad tricks that if you knew, your campaigns would be performing much better. How do I know these work? I'm a partner at Right Hook Digital, and across the 15 different pods that I manage, these are tricks that we have learned along the way that actually make a difference. Some of them are things you can do every single day. Some of them make immediate impacts, and some of them are probably so simple that you're probably overthinking it. And if you actually did those after I show them, you're going to see a difference. So let me show you the first one. Okay, so the 7 eCom Facebook ad tricks that 90% of people don't know. And if you know them, your campaigns are going to perform better. Here they are. So the first one is, a lot of people don't know this, but what we like to do with our brands is have them build an internal engagement pod. For example, on this ad, these are all people that actually work for that company. Why this works so well is because we can social proof an ad so that when we launch it, it already has some comments. A really easy way that you can do this is if you have people that work for you. Some brands even have a group of customers where when you make an ad, ask them to comment on that ad. Ask them to take a picture of a product that they just bought the product. Ask them to ask customer service questions, FAQs, because what it does is it helps to kickstart engagement so that when someone sees that ad and they're particularly interested in your product, they can see the comments and see that other people are already interested in asking questions. They can see it's helpful. We've had a dog brand before talk about, oh, I love this dog bed. Here is my dog in that bed. But that person actually worked for that team. So the first one is build an internal engagement pod, whether it's customers or whether it's actually your team in-house. The second trick, a lot of people know this, is to keep the social proof, copy the ad IDs. So when you make a new ad, unless you either copying the ad ID or you click on that option in ads account and the Meta ads account to duplicate including social proof, you'll lose all the comments, the likes, and the shares. So this trick, with a lot of people do know, but still sometimes, especially people that use dynamic creative, they don't know how to do it. Very simply, you show the ad on Facebook, you copy that ad ID, and then when you make a new ad, you create from an existing ad using that ID. The third one, I love this one. A lot of people don't know this, is compare attribution windows. So there's an option inside of your ads account where you can compare attribution window of 1-day click purchasers, 7-day click purchasers, and 1-day view. Why you do this is because it'll help show you the incrementality your ads are actually having on creating net new customers. For example, if you have an ad and you compare these attribution windows and you find out a high percentage of them are getting a view through attribution, what that tells you is that your ad really isn't creating net new customers. It just means Meta is serving it to people who are probably already bottom of funnel. And so we do this a lot for brands that are scaling, is we'll compare attribution windows and sometimes change attribution windows to drive more incrementality. This is a big deal. Make sure you know this. The next one, I'm becoming a big fan of manual bids. So we have a lot of accounts as they scale. We'll actually create a separate campaign and test different bids. Now, you may not get a lot of scale from it, but you'll get a significant more efficiency, which in our world, what that means is better spending and hitting the cost targets you actually need. If you're on just automatic, which is what a lot of people do, and we do as well for our brands, the problem is that Meta isn't trying to control the cost to acquire a customer. So we actually like to do cost caps when we're scaling brands to help drive more efficiency. This next one is by consolidating. You can see right here, just with one of our brands, we're spending 140 grand for this brand in 2 campaigns, and 90% of that budget is in one campaign. That's been a big shift in successful advertising from our viewpoint and all of our brands that we manage, is that by consolidating accounts, we actually find that there's less volatility. We actually find that it's more consistent. We find it's much easier to control and see the correlation of this change or this new ad had this impact on our gross sales. And by consolidating, we've seen a big impact from that. Okay, trick number 6 is take organic posts and use those as ads. There's 2 ways we like to creative test in Right Hook. One is we'll create ad concepts and we will test those in the ad account with money behind it. And the other way is we're actually working with the brands and their in-house team to create organic concepts. Because there's a really good chance that if an organic post has a higher than average engagement, whether that's views, likes, comments, there's a good chance you can take that organic post turn that into an ad, and it's going to perform. We do this all the time. Here's an example of just one of our brands where we're always mining their organic posts because their team is posting 3 or 4 times a day. And if there's anything that pops off on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, we'll then take that and run it as an ad because there's a high chance it's going to be a good scaler. This tip is one of my favorites, is when we make ads, we'll purposefully, at the end of the ad, after showing how to get the product, we'll actually show them a screenshot, a screen recording of the customer going to the website, seeing the product page, going to checkout, adding the promo code. Now you may be asking, why do you do that? Because what we're actually doing is we're helping them show how easy it is to purchase it. Because at this point, they've seen an ad. Do they really know that we're trustworthy? But by showing the steps and how easy it is, now they can envision themselves taking that step, and it's much easier to take that step because they've already seen how to take that step. We test this a lot, and this actually works really well. Then my last one is take one concept and make many more concepts after that. So here's one of the ads that we made months ago, and this one concept has turned into millions.
Sweatpants with feet?
I love it.
Cozy Sherpa lining?
I love it more.
Get 2 for $55 for a limited time.
I love it.
See, the crazy thing is we took one video, we saw how well it worked, and now you can take that one concept and apply it to many different creative types. We made statics with it. We made GIFs with it. We then took that concept and applied it to sports with football. We then took that concept and applied it to the holidays and the Black Friday. So really, one good concept now took 4 months of ads that scaled because we took the same concept that worked and we kept just adding it on and slightly changing it to fit that particular time of the season. So one really good concept, if you see that it works, don't just go and start making another concept. No, take that concept and evolve it, because one concept is enough to make you millions of dollars over several months. All right, and those are 7 Facebook ad tricks that you can use every single day that will actually make a difference in your sales. If this is something that you like and you're interested in having a conversation, in the comments below, make sure you book a link with me and my team, or if you just want to follow along, make sure you follow me on Instagram and on Twitter.